Functional training. What is it? Does it change your body? And is it just an exercise fad? Keep watching this video to find out. To start, we need to understand the basic premise that muscles are designed more for movement and less for looking good. You see, the thing is the human body moves in 3 planes of motion. But before we get into any of that, why haven't you liked and subscribed yet? Okay, get it done. So, the first plane of motion is the sagittal plane. This is basically the forwards and backwards movement of the body. Typically, it is the flexion and extension of a lot of joints across the body. And then we've got frontal plane. This is basically the side-to-side motion of the body, typically using the lateral and medial aspects of the joints and the muscles across the body. And finally, we have the transverse plane. This is the powerhouse that allows for rotation and helps us do things such as throwing balls, for running, and even jumping. Now that we know what these 3 planes of motion are, if we incorporate these movements whilst holding on to weights for resistance, this then becomes functional training. So why is this necessary? For my clients inside the Fit Body Code program, not only do they want to look good aesthetically, but they want to be fitter, faster, stronger, and physically better in their day-to-day lives. And it's functional training that facilitates this. So, if you're wondering how this can change your body aesthetically, then there's a couple of things now that you need to consider. When we train more dynamically, it does become difficult. So what we need to be able to do is to reduce the amount of weight that we use and increase the number of repetitions that we do. One way that we would create the intensity that we need is to decrease the weight and increase the repetitions. Instead of the typical rep ranges of sets of 10, we would increase the rep ranges now up to 25, sometimes even 30, or however long it would take for you to be able to get the intensity on the muscle. So if doing higher reps in a functional movement is getting a bit too taxing, then one thing that you can do is combine it with an isolation exercise, such as bicep curls. So to conclude, is functional training a fad? It certainly isn't. So long as the human body will always move in 3 planes of motion, this method of training will be incredibly effective, not only for your aesthetics, but to also make you dynamically fit and strong. So if you want to see more of my Fit Body Code content covering mindset, fitness, functional strength, nutrition, and lifestyle, then simply like and subscribe for more. And you can click the link in the description below to find out more about the Fit Body Code 12-week body transformational program. See you on the next video.